If you're gonna spend a bunch of money on running gear, what kind of gear is actually gonna make you into a better runner? That's what I wanna talk about today. Gear purchases that will enhance your running, make you into a faster running, and actually help you improve. Because there's a lot of things that you can buy that might make you feel good, might be fun, but doesn't necessarily improve your training or improve your ability to run fast. So what I want to do now is talk about 3 different types of purchases you could make that will improve your ability to become a better runner. The first type of purchase is gear that will enhance or enable your running. So let's start with gear that enables your running. If you live in a very cold climate, you obviously need cold winter running gear to even enable yourself to go outside and do the training that you need to do. And I'm always tickled a little bit by my Florida clients who, when it gets to be 52 degrees outside, they just can't stand it and they stay inside on the treadmill. Now, I grew up outside of Boston, Massachusetts. And now I live in Denver, Colorado. I'm running in the cold all the time, and it does require some certain gear. And the gear that's out now today, it's the year 2021, gear is really good right now. And apparel and clothing has really improved since I first started running way back in the 1990s. And so if you're someone who hasn't invested yet in some cold weather running gear, now's a good time to do it. I'll give you a little taste of what I personally like. I've recently started running in Janji running tights, which I think are just really fantastic. They have a little bit of compression to them. They're thicker. There's double paneling in the front, which is important for guys. And I really, really like these tights. I'm also wearing a Janji long sleeve shirt. I like a 2-layer shirt for most of my runs. If it's under 10 degrees Fahrenheit or so, I'll probably go with 3 layers. But I like this as kind of my base layer, and then I'm wearing a rabbit long sleeve shirt that is just, oh my goodness. You guys gotta go. Rabbit has some incredible gear. This is incredibly soft, but it's also thick and warm. And I had been wearing some pretty old gear for quite a long time, and I was just relying on layering. But with the technical fabrics out now, investing in high quality gear to me is a no-brainer because it allows you to do the training that you know you need to do. I am now much more likely to go outside when it's really cold out because I have the right gear. Now there's also gear that enhances your running. What do I mean by that? I mean, well, it makes it more productive. And so a good example is wearing racing spikes or flats when you do workouts. This is a gear purchase that will help you reinforce proper running form. These are the Nike Miler track spikes, just an amazingly sexy shoe. And track spikes or flats or otherwise more minimalist shoes used for racing and workouts provides a lot of benefits for runners. Number one, you're gonna reinforce proper form. It's harder to run with clunkier, overstriding, heel smashing type of running form when you're wearing these types of shoes. So over time, these shoes will gradually help you reinforce a more economical stride. They also build more foot and lower leg strength. So when used strategically and implemented in a gradual way, you're actually going to become a lot stronger. So look at your gear right now. Are you using gear that enhances your running in some way? Are you using the right kind of gear for whatever climate you're in? These types of gear enable your running, they enhance your running, and unlike a cool, funny t-shirt that you might buy, they actually make you into a better runner. Now, the next type of purchase you could make that will make you into a better runner is a purchase that improves your knowledge of the sport. I say all the time, knowledge is a competitive advantage because I so firmly believe it. The more you know about running, the more you know, the better training you're gonna develop, the better decisions you're gonna make. And so I think this is a great place for you. Woo! Buy a bunch of running books. My goodness, I love running books. Any running book. Running with the Buffaloes. Anatomy for Runners with Jay DeSherry. Just had Jay, interviewed him for the podcast. Will be out really soon. Books really show you how to think about exercise physiology, how to think about training, how to think about adaptation, and how to think about structuring your training in such a way to actually help you improve. whether that's running a new distance, whether that's running a faster race finish time, or just staying healthy for a really long period of time. I'm always telling runners, invest in yourself. Become a better runner by becoming more knowledgeable, and it's one of the fastest ways to improve. Besides books, of course, you can hire a coach. A coach will certainly allow you to learn more about the sport, as the coach will act as a mentor for you. You could also attend a conference, go to an online summit. You could go to the USA Track and Field or Roadrunners Club of America site and take their online coaching class. I think Roadrunners Club of America has an online version, while USATF has an in-person coaching curriculum that you could take. But becoming a certified coach is a great way of learning exercise physiology terms, biomechanics, anatomy, and all of the training theory that you have to know to develop sound training plans for yourself and others. No matter how you decide to learn more about the sport of running, and there are many different ways, it's a really valuable way to become more knowledgeable and to become more of an impressive running figure. You are just going to know more about the sport, and that's going to make you much more formidable out on the race course. Another way that you can learn more about running is by learning more about yourself. I've talked a little bit about Inside Tracker in the past, but Inside Tracker is a podcast sponsor. I love them. And if you go to insidetracker.com and use the code STRENGTHRUNNING, you'll be able to save 10% on any of their tests. But what they do is essentially look at your blood values, look at all kinds of different biomarkers, from stress hormones to your cholesterol levels and even different vitamins that you have in your body, and really determine if you are outside of your personal, unique, optimal zone. And then they provide all kinds of different ways for you to get back into your optimal zone. So this is a way to learn more about yourself, and it will have a direct impact on your training. Because if it shows that you're overtraining, you'll know to pull things back a little bit, focus more on rest and a sound diet. And the opposite is true as well. If your values are rock solid, maybe you could train a little bit harder. So this is one of those things that will give you better insights into yourself as a human and as an athlete. And that is certainly going to impact the way you train and the way you think about running. Finally, another purchase that could really help you become a better runner is by purchasing an experience. This is a little difficult right now because we're dealing with the pandemic, of course, but I always encourage runners to sign up for that big race that's a destination race. You are going to just have the experience of a lifetime, and I think that is going to bring you closer to the sport of running and create more motivation and drive within you. Another great way for you to invest in experiences is to go to a running camp or a running retreat. These are becoming a lot more popular now, and I did this as a high schooler. I went to a cross-country camp as a rising junior and as a rising senior. And it was an amazing way to get really excited about the upcoming cross-country season, to meet other runners who might be competing in the region, and also just bond with my friends who I brought with me to these running camps. And it's just an amazing experience. You meet runners, you get immersed in the sport of running. They usually have ongoing education opportunities. So this example is kind of a hybrid between an experience and then also investing in your knowledge of the sport. I love running camps and running retreats. Now that I'm older, I have the fortunate opportunity to actually go speak at some of these camps. And it's such a rewarding experience because you get to meet runners from not only all around the country, but all around the world, and talk about their running journey, how they started, their goals, what they might be training for. And it's such a great way to build up your running network. And I think if we can think of running as more of a social activity, we're going to become better runners. Those runners will be able to support us, to push us forward, to encourage us and motivate us. And I can't think of a better way to become more committed to the sport than just being more invested in different running experiences that we could have throughout the year. So I hope as you consider shelling out a bunch of money for running gear or apparel or shoes or whatever it might be, that you think a little bit more strategically about what could enable you to train more? What could enhance the training that you're already doing? Whether or not you're investing in experiences and in your knowledge of the sport. There are many different opportunities and avenues for this, but I think these are some of the higher level, big picture ways of making sure that you are becoming a student of the sport. And that, I think, is one of the best ways to fully realize your potential. Now, I also want to mention, because this is the year of taking action, that if you are ready to take action on your knowledge in the sport and joining a fellow community of runners just like you, we are currently running a crazy offer right now. I've never done it before. We have bundled 3 of our most popular training programs together: injury prevention for runners, high performance lifting, and our group coaching program, Team Strength Running. It's right now at strengthrunning.com/bundle. So go to that link, check it out. I'll include a link under this video too. And really what you're getting is 3 of our best programs at a 63% discount. You're gonna get injury prevention for runners, which has a whole library of training plans, core and strength routines, a 10-part interview series, as well as injury treatment protocols, which I think are probably the most valuable part of this program, because just in case, if you do get hurt, we have protocols for Achilles tendinopathy, plantar fasciitis, IT band syndrome, shin splints, muscle strains, and runner's knee. All 6 of those injuries are included in the program and exactly how to treat them. And then there's high performance lifting, which is my personal favorite program because I love to see runners lift weights. This is a more advanced program, but if you've ever wondered how runners should get strong in the weight room, this is the only program designed by a USA Track and Field certified coach plus a USA Weightlifting national coach. It's progressive, it's periodized, and it's very specific to the needs of runners. And then finally, there's Team Strength Running, where I will be your coach. We will work together to help you design the training that you need to reach your goals, and you will have a support group of peers just like you from around the world. So I hope you check it out at strengthrunning.com/bundle. Just don't wait too long, because this offer does expire on Sunday, January 24th. And of course, if you have any questions, I'm always available. Email me at support@strengthrunning.com, and I'm happy to help.